Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to the 215th episode of Be With Me. And we are in a very profound passage in John chapter 8, verse 12. Just one verse today, and that is about light. Let me read it, and we'll consider it and ponder it today. John chapter 8, verse 12. Jesus says, again, Jesus spoke to them, saying, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of light. So we are studying today the concept of light. First thing I did this morning, I'm in a very dark house, was reach for the light. I reached for my iPhone to turn on the flashlight to use it this morning. So I am appreciating this verse in reality right from the get-go this morning. Earlier in chapter 7, Jesus uses the metaphor of thirsting and water. And this one is even more profound. That is, that I am the light of the world. Now, my first thought on this is that long ago, Jesus created light. He invented it. So way back in Genesis, if we look back in Genesis, you don't even have to go far. It's literally the first page of my Bible. It says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was over the face of the deep, and the Spirit was hovering over the face of the waters. Then this is verse 3 of chapter 1 of Genesis. And God said, let there be light, and there was light. So right from the get-go, light was one of the first things that the Lord made. It didn't exist before. He made it. And I wonder, here's my wonder for this morning, one of my many wonders. I wonder if he knew that he was going to give us this illustration thousands of years later in John chapter 8, verse 12, and picture him as the light. So he created the light, knowing that he was going to use light as a metaphor to help us understand him. So he did this whole electromagnetic spectrum and visible light and made light of infrared and ultraviolet and waves length and speed of travel. And frankly, I probably don't understand enough to talk about that. But here's some things that light gives us. Let's talk about that. Number one is it gives us time. So further down the same page 1 of Genesis, God says, let there be lights in the expanse of the heavens. Think about this, to separate the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years. So the first thing that light gives us, well, not the first, but one of the big things, is it gives us time. It gives us days. You know, that's how the light comes, then it gets dark, then the light comes in. Oh, that's a day. It gives us months. It gives us the seasons, summer, winter. So those are all based on light. The second thing it gives us, so first thing it gives us is time. The second thing it gives us is it gives us provision. And I was thinking about food. Everything that you put in your mouth today started out as light, whether that be a cereal or a milk dud or a piece of lettuce, or a steak, it all starts out as light. It all starts out with photosynthesis and the process of God turning light into provision, into food. So that is amazing. And I was even thinking of vitamin D. For thousands of years, the only way you could get the completion of essential vitamin D was to use precursors of that vitamin that you would eat, and then light would take it all the way home and turn it into, I think it's 125 D something. So God provides through the light. All our food is from light. Certain vitamins are through light. The next thing is energy. So even if, where did oil come from, and gas and fossil fuel? Well, it all started with light. And then, of course, the fun stuff. How about beauty, sunrise and set, and the color of trees, and the pattern of tigers' faces? That comes from light. We wouldn't see that if we didn't have light. And then for us practically now, how about information and protection? When someone slams on the brakes in front of you, you get a light. Your eyes see light and see him approaching, or maybe see his red light on the back of his car, and it's a protection. So we get regular information, and we get also information to protect us from danger. So the Lord, oh my goodness, gives us all these things through light. So every bite that you eat is from light. Every color you see is from light. Every beauty you behold is from light. Every information that you get, every appointment that you keep, every protection that you use comes from light. So today, practically, let's think about light. Jesus says that I am the light of the world. I think we need to be grateful for it, just in light in general, much less him as the light of the world. But let's understand it, and that's what I'm trying to do by this light meditation, eating the light, as it were. So we eat light literally, and then we're going to eat light and understanding as we consider it more and more. And it's with this great metaphor that Jesus uses to describe himself, his character, and then he will use light to describe our role, our light for the nations, to open their eyes and give light. So there's, in this verse, he says that he who follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of light. So as we get to that tomorrow, let's understand the profundity of that which is light. So we will eat it today, we will see it today, we will behold its beauty today, we will get information, and it will protect us, and we will be on time. It's 7 minutes in. How do I know that? Because of the light. So we'll stop for today. I bless you, my brothers and sisters. Consider the light. Enjoy it as you have your breakfast.